Thursday afternoon with Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, and John Crutch. Our starting pitcher warming up. Here's a look. Steve, as he's facing the San Francisco lineup today, what do you think's in his mind?
Well, this is a lineup that at times does struggle to score runs, but this is a pitcher, the right-hander on the mound, that they can have some success against. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to put the ball in play and take advantage of opportunities.
Pepsi presents our starting lineup. So look here at the Giants. Scouting report, John. How about some picks?
Well, everyone in baseball needs a player like Sean Figgins, and this team is very lucky to have him. And when you're the manager and you can put a guy like that who's very unselfish, who's not afraid to take a walk, not afraid to show his teammates what the pitcher's throwing by taking a lot of pitches in that bat, very unselfish. Every manager would love to have this guy on their team.
We've got Mike Cameron in the box as we get ready for the first pitch.
Center fielder,
watching Mike Cameron
25,
play over the years, it's always been fun to watch. He's been a player that can play all three outfield positions. He's a great center fielder. He can hit, run. He had a great MLB career. Now retired, but this is a guy. Watch out for tonight. He can really do some damage to this young London Bar team who has come on to the MLB scene here. MLB 2K24, 2K10. Look into the future. Now we look back, it was 14 years ago this game came out, but this game's still a good game to this day.
Swung on, line to right field. One away now. Steve, we look at this matchup. How do you think the defense is going to fare? So, Steve, the thoughts on a fielder here?
There's nothing flashy about Lyle Overbay at first base. All he does is make plays. He can range to his right and make the play, and he also has a good arm to give feed to pitchers covering the base.
And it's Sean Figgins now.
This is a guy.
One out, base is empty.
Watching the play over here, Sean Figgins, he's always been a guy that could run, can steal bases, and he has great range. And when you're talking about great range in Major League Baseball, you want a shortstop that can do that. And he can play third base too. And the thing that's great about Sean Figgins, he's a great leadoff man, and he makes things happen.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a rocket toward short. And that one's going to drop in. That'll be our first hit of the game. Figgins is going to go for it. The throw. And he easily gets second base. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
So looking to capitalize RBI situation, Adrian Gonzalez.
Well, Adrian Gonzalez really has blossomed into some kind of power bat, really recognizing the strike zone, waiting for a pitch to hit, and when he gets it, he drives it out of the park. And he's a guy that took a little bit of time to come around, but he's figured it out.
Yeah, he sure has there, Steven. Watching Adrian Gonzalez in his MLB career, he had some great moments, especially playing in San Diego, finished his career out like playing for the Padres, especially the Dodgers in the end. But he went to the Red Sox on that big deal in 2011. Didn't work out. Got traded in 2012 along with Carl Crawford. They went to the Dodgers. Actually, 2014 they got traded there. So, at the end of the day, Adrian Gonzalez still one of the game's greatest first baseman. This guy has power to all fields, and he's going to show it today.
Here it comes. Here's a sinker that winds up in good old Mother Earth. For Adrian Gonzalez, that first-round pick that he was proven to be a correct one. He is that kind of player.
Gary, he bounced around a little bit, but he has figured it out in a big way, and right now he is locked in as one of the best power hitters in the game.
Yeah, and I've always loved watching Adrian Gonzalez play. He's one of the sweetest swings. You think about Ken Griffey Jr., you think about Tino Martinez, you think about the likes of Mark Teixeira, and even Anthony Rizzo nowadays. Just that sweet swing for a lefty.
1-0 now. Hit hard on the ground to short. So Gonzalez is set down. Almost fell over when he got to that one. Boy, there's some upper body strength on that throw.
Well, you have to have great body control to play this game, and he certainly showed it there.
And he got him.
And that was a nice out.
It's Whiteside at the plate.
No, Eli Whiteside is a catcher that does,
2 outs, a runner 90 feet from scoring at third.
You think about his career, he never really had the shine like the start, like Posey, Mr. Posey, and of course Benjamin over the years. And others that played catch, Mike Matheny. But Eli Whiteside's a guy that has great power, and everything's working for him. Good things are going to happen.
Hit sharply towards the hole. And Figgins comes in.
Well, this guy's helping his team get off to a good start. Not only does he drive in a run here in the first inning, but now he can also make something happen with his legs.
Yeah, I think that's the important thing there. You saw that there. Good piece of hitting. That's what it's all about. Eli Whiteside showing his potential for the hit.
With a runner on, Juan Pierre will hit. And some production being seen in this game early. They've got a chance now to extend the lead.
Well, that's a good piece of hitting right there to take an early lead in this game.
Yeah, it's an early lead. And the important thing for the London Bears is they have to learn from losing. They got to learn from their mistakes. And I think for young Adam Richardson, this great young right-hander, he's going to go up against a great speedster in Juan Pierre, who has led teams like the Dodgers, the White Sox, and of course his time with the Marlins to winning success. So he has to just start to dial it down and realize it's not going to be as easy as it looks.
That one misses. It gets away from the catcher. So they can't make the play.
Well, Gary, to make the error right there, you just don't want to do that. It's just not good baseball.
Wild pitch there. And that's what happens. Sometimes in this game, you're going to throw the ball wild. Sometimes you're going to make things happen. At the end of the day, you just need to get out there and make sure you're ready as a pitcher, ready to deliver a pitch that nobody can hit. That's what it's all about.
Pauses, and now the 1-0. Hit hard to second. Picked up by Terriot. Throws to first, side is retired. They come out strong, putting a run on the board early. San Francisco leads 1-0. San Francisco starter on the mound. Let's take a look. As he gets into this lineup, Steve, a bit about his strategy.
Blake Snell, big sign.
And it's Ryan Terriot to lead us off.
Cy Young Award winner with the Tampa Bay Rays. And his time with San Diego Padres. Now he's the big signing for the Giants, 2-year deal.
First pitch. Snell gets him to swing and a miss for a strike.
Credit the catcher on that one. That's a good low target setting up, and he hit the target. Good execution.
Absolutely. This is a great pitcher.
And it's 2 strikes now, and Terriot's got to protect that strike zone.
Well, look out. He got lucky there. You do not want to miss in the heart of the plate with this team.
Oh, you don't. And when you're playing against the Giants, you got to know they're always looking for ground balls.
Swing and a miss on that for strike 3 to Ryan Terriot.
Well, you like to see your pitcher strike guys out. You like to see him keep the pitch count down. He did both.
Big smile in the dugout over there. That's a domination in that effort by the pitcher.
I think nowadays, when it comes to pitching, you've seen him with Blake
Nobody
Snell
on
today.
base, one away.
His delivery has been awesome, and when he's rolling, he's got the leg kicked
Here's
up.
the pitch.
It's just
Overbay will foul that one away.
And this ballpark is pretty spacious. The City Park, home of the London Bars, just proving that this young team, got some international pedigree, has really come in and given the fans on MLB 2K10, aka 2K24, some.
Yeah, with 2 strikes on him, Lyle Overbay now. We'll see whether or not he can punch one through.
Well, he just couldn't wait for that changeup to get in the strike zone. You can't try to chase it. You have to let it come to you.
And that's what it is. Pitching 9% is mental. And you've seen this tonight with Blake Snell. He's delivering the pitch.
And Lyle Overbay goes down swinging.
Look at the movement on that breaking ball right there. That's some kind of break at just 69 miles per hour.
This is a tough pitch to handle, but he takes the swings anyway.
And Johnny had to do that, right?
Well, it would have been a strike regardless, but sometimes you got to make the pitcher work a little bit harder out there for the good of the team.
Reckling
That's
up
what
now.
it is. Sometimes you pitch, you just got to hope you get the strike. Boy.
That one's too low. Snell missing.
Well, he's one of those pitchers that doesn't like to fall behind, and when he does, he wants to come right back in with that fastball, so you got to be ready for it.
Absolutely. And I think right now it's all about the game plan, making things execute.
Changeup waved out and missed. 1-1.
Well, he clearly fooled him right there. He had him thinking fastball, and he pulled the string on it, got him to swing right through it.
Well, you can see this young star.
1-1 pitch.
He's just not.
This one's grounded near third. Foul.
Over the years, watching lots of baseball, watching a lot of tape over the years, and swinging and striking out a lot. You just learn how to.
There's a sinker in there. Side's going to be retired as that's called for a 3rd strike. No runs, no hits, no one left on. And we'll see the Giants
Well, the $60 million man.
Looking ahead, 6, 7, 8. They're due up.
I think at the end of the day, the Giants made a good choice in signing the big
A fresh, gentle breeze and a terrific day for a game.
Number 30, Vladimir
When you
Guerrero.
come to these type of ball games, Gary, these are the games that the fans love. You know, growing up back in the
And
day,
let's
the 90s,
take a look at Vladimir Guerrero is going to lead it off.
I always loved watching Vladimir Guerrero play back in the day for the Montreal Expos. I realized how special the Expos were to people in Canada and people across the world that love the Expos. I remember watching that 94 team. They were the best, man. A World Series they never happened. Strike happened. Blue Jays were still coming off the World Series in 1993. But, 94, they had some teams that were doing good. Man, the best team in baseball was the Expos. You think about the team all the time. And then they had some okay years with Vladimir Guerrero. And then, you had Pedro Martinez. You had some good pieces there. I had Javier Vasquez, Jose Vidro. I can remember watching those guys play. Larry Walker. And they had some great years. They went to other teams and had better success. But they'll always remember playing for the Expos. It was a special moment. And I remember that mascot. Still have Montreal Canadian games to this day. UP. I heard recently they've had some new renovations at the Big O. Maybe one day, baseball might return back to the Big O.
That one gets past, but no damage done.
Now, it's a wild pitch from Richardson, and I feel for Richardson, he just needs to slow it down. And I think for every pitcher, timing is everything, and I just don't see the timing.
And Guerrero swings and misses at that one. That'll even the count.
Yeah, that was a nasty pitch. Looked like it was a slider. But I think Vladimir Guerrero, he swings for everything. He's a free swinger. And it comes with these great batters over the years. You see him swing at everything. It's not as easy as it looks.
Back up the middle. Oh, man, was that close. That was right back at him. Somehow he got out of the way. So he's on board. It'll be a base hit there. Still no one out.
13.
Well, good piece of hitting right there. And anytime you get your first hitter of the inning on base, it could set up the potential for a big inning.
Gomez at the plate. Runner on first base. Nobody out.
Now this Jaime Gomez is a guy that has great power. He kind of reminds you of a young A-Rod. Even of Omar Garcia Park. He has great power, and he can just run like a deer, and he's great defensively.
Catcher can't control it. So they can't make the play.
Well, listen, it's all about advancing base runners in the game. You got to make plays defensively, but that error cost him, and he came out of his hand wrong, and the ball sailed on him.
No, it sure did. And these type of wild pitches, you hate to see that. But over the years, watching this game, many games that I've watched over a 30-year period, going back to the 90s, the 80s, the 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020s now, you see these wild pitches, you ask yourself the question, as a fan at home watching on television, watching these games on YouTube, or watching these games on MLB Network or MLB.com or Bailey Sports or on Fox or on ESPN, you always wonder why they throw wild pitches, and that's why I always ask myself that question.
Here's the pitch. Hot shot towards the hole. Out. And that's out number one as he takes it to the bag.
For the San Francisco Giants.
Good piece of situational hitting right there. Man on second, you got to get him to third. Even with the out, he does it. Good piece of baseball.
Absolutely. And I think when it comes to a hit like that, you have to realize it's more harder than most people think. Hitting 9% of the time is mental. And you have to always have a game plan to run up the bat. You can see here with Abreu, he's ready. He's ready to get a home run, get his team out.
Hard grounded to short, number one. And that'll set down Huff. And Guerrero's home.
This is how the star hitters pad their numbers. They get RBIs even when they hit into outs.
That's right. And he's sitting right there. Burrito
Two
had
outs
no
and nobody
choice. He
on.
had to throw it to first. But manufacturing runs, and I think that's one thing that was great about the Giants team when they were winning those World Series. Those 3 World Series they won from 2010, 2012, and then 2014. Those 3 World Series, we see what this team can do, and they've shown it over the years. Great pitching, great timing, and playing in a ballpark like Pacific Bell Park. Now it's called AT&T Stadium or SSB Stadium. playing there is just what's cool. That becomes cold. That's what's up.
Swung on. This one going to go to Huckabee. That's caught. Side is retired.
We'll call that a can of
They
corn.
pick up a run on one hit. Nobody left. San Francisco by 2. And we've got Guerrero batting. We'll get things started here in the home half of the second.
Now, I think this young Gustavo Guerrero has some great potential. It's just a matter of getting him up.
The pitch. Guerrero lays off for a strike.
I think the hitter was looking for something out over the plate that he could drive. They pounded a fastball down and in for a strike.
No, I think the key for Gustavo against Blake Snell, he's got to really
0-1 offering. Snell. Off-speed pitch is in there, and he falls behind 0-2.
Well, the changeup right there hit a good spot. You want to keep that down in the zone, so even if they swing at it, it stays in the ballpark.
It's still one of the toughest pitches to hit, the changeup.
Curveball got him, one away.
Shortstop.
Well, this one comes in right about 70 miles per hour and has a pretty good break on it.
It was not a good-looking swing on that pitch.
Well, good at bat starts with good swings, and bad at bats end with bad swings. I think he'd want that last swing back if he had the choice.
I agree. I mean, the curveball is one of the toughest pitches to hit.
Base is empty, 1 out.
I could barely hit it. Even in Little League and playing the Super Bowl, it was very tough to hit that pitch.
Sinker swung on, missed 0-1.
We're going to get a chance to see that nasty sinker ball of his. That pitch has some serious bite and action at the end.
He's delivering, that's for sure.
0-1 is a slider for a called strike. That sinker, Steve, you were mentioning, it is such a great pitch. You get so many ground balls, and then you mix in a fastball, some off-speed stuff, pretty good stuff.
Well, that's the key, is his sinker is the go-to pitch. The hitter really has to focus on that pitch and then make adjustments to his other offerings.
Yeah, I agree. And he's still one of the game's elite pitchers.
Still 0-2.
Now I feel for Franklin Burrito, the former A's prospect. Here's a guy that at one time he was probably one of the top prospects in baseball, but he hasn't really put it together in terms of a full
The pitch?
season.
And he lays off that one outside, 1-2.
Now, 1-2 is a pitcher's count, so there's no reason to give him a good pitch to hit right here.
Oh, I agree with that. And the 1-2 count is everything. If you're the hitter, you got to swing at anything close.
The 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air, in right, foul territory. Tried to track that one down, but comes up empty.
Well, even though he got ahead in the count here, 1-2 very quickly, you know he's in for a battle because this guy will shorten up just to put it in play. The pitcher has to be at the top of his game, even when he's ahead in the count, to get this guy out.
I agree with that.
Fastball got him looking, 2 down.
Center fielder.
Well, they set him up the way, and they buzz him up and in. That's an outstanding pitch right there. He couldn't pull the trigger on it.
Nate McLouth gets in to swing now with 2 away.
No, Nate McCall, the former Pittsburgh Pirate. Here's a guy that has great power, and he's a big leader of this London Bar team. He really has to be on his game.
Curveball just misses, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. And McLouth swings and misses at that one. We've got an even count.
Well, he's swinging for the fences, but a thing about Nate McLeod, he's a guy that loves
1-1 on the way. Lays off that breaking ball. Takes it for a strike, though, 1-2.
You know, someone that always struggles hitting the curveball, never mind a good fastball. You just have to time it. Everything's timed.
Hit on the ground over to shortstop. And Ibar picks it up. Throw is not in time, and that will be an infield single. That will bring up Darren Erstad.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it. Get a good part of the bat on the ball and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it.
He sure did. That was good
The
hustle
pitch.
by McLeod.
Throws that curveball a little low, ball 1.
I think with Erstad, you know, it's just about getting it. That's the most important thing.
A shot up the middle, and it's through. Base hit, Erstad. Good offensive chance here.
number 7.
Well, that's one of those pitches when it leaves the pitcher's hand, the manager tells him, oh, don't swing, don't swing. Oh, great job, good piece of hitting. How he got his bat on that, I have no idea.
Well, at least he got a hit there, John. And there's no
Huckabee
doubt.
is the batter now.
A bit of a break here right now, Gary. The fact that there are runners on base, but this guy tends to struggle a little bit at the plate.
2 men on and 2 men out.
This is what it is, the big batter for Roy Huckabee.
Ball!
And I think with Huckabee, he's a guy that has lots of power. You know, there's outfield, there's right field. You know, he might not be a superstar, he might not be a household name, but he's a guy that's a leader on this team.
1-0 from Snell. Lines this one to the left side, out of play.
Now, Snell's not joking around. He's going to try to get a strikeout.
And this is bounced foul to the left side.
I remember that Tampa Bay Ray team that got to the World Series, and Snell was on that team. And he showed that leadership.
Hit hard on the ground towards third. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. San Francisco 2. We've got the top of the order coming up. And Cameron's in the box.
Center fielder,
Well,
number
in 2009, you know, Mike Cameron put up some big numbers. 24 home runs. He had 75 plus releases. He batted close to 290. And you know, he's a guy that has always been someone that has been part of a big trade or involved in a big trade. He began his career in Cincinnati, got traded in the big Ken Griffey Jr. deal back in 2003. So, you know, I was 2000, when they were opening up the new ballpark in South. It was a huge deal. It was a massive deal. And I think for Cameron in his career, he still put up big numbers in playing for the Giants, playing for teams such as Milwaukee Brewers, you know, played for the Astros for a time, played for quite a few teams, the White Sox. But, you know, the thing about Mike Cameron is always a great player.
The first pitch. First pitch, a sinker in there, 0-1.
I think for Richardson right now, his fastball has been light, but I think if he continues to work on that sinker, I think he'll do all right going forward.
On the way. He swings and nails a liner. And Cameron's got himself a single. That'll bring up Sean Figgins.
Nice piece of hitting right there. He manages to drive that high 0-1 pitch for a base hit. Good patience, good pitch recognition.
It sure looked like the hitter decided he wasn't going to get behind 0-2. He was going to wail.
He was aggressive, no question about it. Got a pitch he could handle and took advantage.
And that's what it is. When you see a pitch you can hit, you make sure you hit it. And I think the most important thing for Cameron, he's 2 for 2. He's had a good game so far. And for the Giants, that's what they want. They got a 2-0 lead. Just continue to
Fresh count, Figgins. Here it comes. Hit sharply towards the hole. This is an opening for San Francisco.
Put a nice swing on that one. He was sitting on fastball, got fastball, rips it to right field. Nice job.
No one out yet. Runners at first and second. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. Cameron heads for third.
Well, they're down already early in this game. They can't afford a big inning against them. That's a big first out. Now let's see what else you can do.
Runners at first and third, 1 away. Here's the first pitch. Hot shot towards the hole. And Cameron crosses the plate. So San Francisco able to continue this offense.
2-1 Pierre.
There's not much surprise right there, Gary, that he got that hit. I mean, the pitch is right down the middle. You see it so well when that pitch is down the center of the plate. Great timing, great piece of hitting.
And here's Juan Pierre. And Steve, the offense continues to produce. They keep building on it.
Boy, so many quality at-bats for this offense. The pitcher has to make a pitch here and slam this door shut, or this could get away from him.
The 1-0 pitch. Now a swing and a shot toward second. And Pierre is retired. And they get that run in.
Good productive out, good productive at bat, picking up the RBI. Nice piece of hitting.
Swing and a shot to third. He'll throw one to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. They pick up 2 runs, 3 base hits, and leave the bases empty. Some breathing room for San Francisco, up by 4.